Defense has been all over the place this year for Madden 24. One patch after the next, EA Sports scrambles to put out fire after fire on the defensive side of the ball. However, as certain defensive formations fall victim to the ruthless patches put out by EA, one defense has stayed strong through it all. So today I'll be breaking down how to run Madden 24's most consistent meta on defense, and that is the 6-1 defense. So here we are in practice mode. You guys see 6-1 is in front of me, and I want to start by letting you know that I'm in the Chiefs defensive playbook. 6-1 is called 6-1 because there are 6 down linemen. I know that's not that crazy of an idea, but the reason that's significant is because there aren't really any other formations in the game that will give you 6 down linemen. And with the trend that EA Sports is going with their patches, it's very clear they want you to be using linebackers and big boys. But because this latest patch with the fatigue has caused so many problems, they turned off fatigue entirely in MUT. However, I don't think that's the permanent fix. I think they're going to make it so the A-gap blitz out of dollar is no longer as effective as it was. But let's talk about 6-1. I already mentioned the 6 down linemen and all the things that entails. David Bakhtiari and Jalen Carter both have inside stuff. Outside of our D tackles, we have our defensive ends. However, our defensive ends are really just linebackers. We have Harris, who's a left outside linebacker, and Terrell Suggs, who's also a left outside linebacker. On both of our defensive ends, I have lurk artist. So both of these guys I can periodically user or even put them in coverage, and because of lurk artist, they're going to play very well. They also have high speed, so these are more of coverage pass rush hybrid players rather than strictly pass rush. On the outside, our true outside linebackers, we have Josh Allen with lurk artist, and we have Harold Carmichael with lurk artist. We also have Rob Gronkowski as our linebacker with lurk artist. So if you were counting, 5 of our front 7 players have lurk artist and are available in coverage, not just in the pass rush. So I'm sure you're starting to understand why this formation is so good and all these patches are not able to fix it, because at any given time I could be blitzing 7 players, all of my front 7, or I could be blitzing literally 2 and have the other 5 in coverage, and it looks all the same to you. Now, behind my front 7, I have 4 defensive backs, and they all have zone KOs. Tariq Woolen and Calvin Johnson are outside at cornerback. They both have deep out zone KO. And then Julius Peppers and Bo Jackson are at safety. They both have deep in zone KO. Now, the reason these guys have in-zone KO and the other guys have out-zone KO is because our base defense is going to be out of cover 4 quarters. The only 2 plays we're going to be calling out of 6-1 are cover 4 quarters and Sam Blitz 3. The reason we really only have 2 plays is because 6-1 is incredibly easy to adjust out of. It's symmetrical, and where the players are on the field is very logical in relation to how the buttons are mapped on your controller. So because of this, it's much easier to adjust out of and give your opponent a lot of different looks. Now, the final thing before we hop onto the field and I go over the defense is you got to turn auto flip off and base align on. Again, this is just going to make your life easier in terms of the symmetry, in terms of the starting position and adjusting. You can also turn match on if you'd like to run match out of the cover 4 quarters, and you can also adjust your zone drops, but those are typically things I do in-game and on a per-needed basis. I don't have those on to start. I keep them all at default. So in your audibles, your cover 3 should be right here, Sam Blitz 3 and cover 4 quarters at the bottom. Let's start by calling cover 4 quarters, which is our base defense, and I want to show you exactly why this defense is so good. So we're going to call a random offensive play. This is our defense when we come out. And the only 2 adjustments that you truly need to make in order to make this play overpowered is pinching your line, which is D-pad to the left, and then the left stick down, and then crashing your line inside, which is, again, D-pad to the left and down on the right stick. So I'll reset the play, and I'll show you exactly how fast you can do that. Again, that's pinch and crash, and it's done. You can do that in a split second. And you can just see how A-gap pressure is getting through just about every time, and that's just from a standard 4-down lineman pass rush. So if you look at the replay here, instead of every defender having an offensive lineman pick them up, as the ball is snapped, because we're all crashing on the center essentially, you're going to see just how confusing it gets and how much of a clusterfuck it is for the offensive line trying to pick it up. In this case, we had David Bakhtiari squeeze through the A-gap in a split second, unblocked, and if it wasn't the CPU, that's probably going to be a sack. So again, we're going to pitch and crash our D-line, and then we're going to press triangle down on the left stick to press, and then triangle down on the right stick to shade underneath. This is going to turn my seam flats or quarter flats into hard flats. The hard flats are going to play much more aggressively underneath, and with your quarters on the outside pressed, they're going to be playing the sideline in the intermediate to deep range much more aggressively. So again, I'm just going to snap the ball here, or let the CPU snap the ball. And of course, CPU is always going to find somebody open, but you can see kind of how the defense works right there. Now, one more wrinkle you can throw in this defense to make it even better is using one of your defensive ends. So once again, we're going to press, we're going to shade underneath, we're going to pinch our D-line, we're going to crash them down, or should I say slant inside. Either way does the same thing. And then you can either use Harris or Terrell Suggs. And I want you to watch that the pressure still gets in a similar way. Now, I want to be obvious that we didn't get A-gap pressure immediately, but it's inconsistent. However, we only sent 3. So again, I'm going to set that up. I set up the defense exactly the same. Takes a split second. I'm using Terrell Suggs, and I'm just going to show you that eventually, and as you saw right there, we did get some A-gap pressure. 48 just comes in there clean and obviously gets picked up right before the quarterback. But if you're playing an opponent online, this type of pressure on every play is just going to give them a headache. And so you can see without any adjustments on the back end, me showing you that just pinching and crashing and then using one of these guys is good defense as it is. Of course, the pressing and shading underneath is just a bonus. A great defense you can pair with that cover 4. We're going to turn our flats to 25 and our curl flats to 0. Okay, so again, that's flats to 25. Those are our blue flats, and our curl flats, our purple, are going to be at 0. We're going to call the exact same play, except this time I'm going to change it into a mabled defense. So again, we are going to pinch our D-line. We're going to crash our D-line inside just like before. And now on the outside, I'm going to adjust my outside corner into a cloud flat on both sides. And that might seem like a lot, but it really will only take me a second or two. As you can see, I'm going to restart from the beginning. 3, 2, 1. And I am done. It took me less than 2 seconds, all right? Now, you might be thinking that the deep on the right side might be a liability. However, a lot of people do run the defense like this. It's very aggressive, but it does work. You could also change your top right safety into a deep half because this guy in the slot on the left is much less likely to hit that deep left sideline as the outside guy on the right. And again, if you want to do something like this, even man him up with that, and then user this guy, you're starting to see all the things you can do with this defense. I'm just free balling off the top of my head, freestyling here. And again, this is only going to be a 3-man pass rush. And you're going to see that we almost get there. That CPU is just too good. But you're going to see, even with the 3-man pass rush and great coverage on the back end, this defense is just incredibly versatile. So when we decide to blitz, we're going to be running Sam Blitz 3. Sam Blitz 3 already has 5 blitzers coming in, and the adjustments are going to be almost exactly the same as the last one. We're going to press. We're going to shade down to make those hard flats. We're going to pinch our line again, except this time, instead of pinching them towards the center, instead of pinching them inside, we're going to crash them towards the side of the blitz. So it's going to be the right side, slant right, and then we're just going to stand right here with our user, okay? And when the ball is snapped, you're going to see this blitz screams in there. Right off the edge. Now, again, the CPU goes crazy with finding open receivers, but I'll show you in the replay, the edge pressure did come in untouched. So we're only sending 5 against 5, and if they do not block, we will be getting edge pressure like this incredibly fast every time. Okay, now if they do block the running back was on the other side. Now, the running back will sometimes come across and pick it up, but again, it's inconsistent, and we're only sending 5. So anytime you can send less players and get a blitz while having more guys in coverage, that's the advantage you're going for in Madden. And as you can see with this blitz out of 6-1, we can do just that. We can even do it out of the coverage if you get pressure sending 3 or 4 from the cover 4. And now a word from the sponsor of today's video, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest way to play fantasy sports. Now, you can win money while watching your favorite players make plays with Underdog's Pick'em game. The game is simple. You pick either higher or lower on a player's stat total. The more you get correct, the more you win. If you get 5 correct picks on a single entry, you get 20x your money. So the more you know about sports, the more you can win. Here's an example entry that I won the other day. Underdog gave me a free pick on James Harden, 0.5 points. I decided to pair that with Jabari Smith Jr. lower on rebounds and assists, and Colin Sexton lower on rebounds. All three of these hit, so I turned my $10 entry into a $60 win. You might be wondering, how did I get the free pick on James Harden? Well, I'll tell you more about that in a minute. All new users on Underdog get up to $100 for free when you sign up using code Mayz. They double your initial deposit, so whatever you put in the app, you get twice as much of it for free. And also, for a limited time, they're giving out a free pick to all new users who sign up using my code. So if you sign up using code Mayz, you're going to get up to $100 and your first pick for free. It doesn't get better than that. In order to play Underdog, you must be 18 years or older and live in a state where fantasy sports are legal. If your state is in yellow, you're good to go and sign up. So once again, thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring today's video. If you guys decide to sign up using my code, shoot me a DM and I'll give you some tips on how to be most profitable with your picks. Back to the video. So now that you guys know how to run the defense on a basic level, I'm going to hop into a live game and show you how to apply that defense I just showed you. All right, boys, we're going to be picking up this game in the second quarter. All right, it's 7-6. We each scored on our opening drives. However, my opponent's been running a lot of hurry up, and so I have felt a little flustered, I'm not going to lie. All right, so we're going to run our regular defense. I don't know why it's not registering my press on the right side, but just straight cover 4, all right? There he goes to the corner. We were not there. Thank God for a bad throw. All right, I'm going to be talking to you guys through each defense I'm running. On this one, I'm going to be blitzing out of Sam Blitz 3. All right, so you remember we're going to press, shade down, pinch, crash our defense to the blitzing side, which is the right. And now I'm going to have to help on the seam on this right side. And in fact, I'm going to have to put a couple different things out there. Oh my God, right over my head. You know, I felt like my user was right there. I'm going to try to not get emotional this game, but sometimes it's hard. He threw that one right by my head. We're going to run the same thing. This time I'm going to be running no flat zones out here. No flat zones. All right, I'm going to have to help out to the right flat. That's where I'm going to be going myself. Running back, there's honestly not much out there. And our pressure didn't get in at all, which is unfortunate. And my opponent's moving on us, but we blitzed a couple times in a row. I didn't like it. We're going to go to a cover 2 Mabel. All right, I actually called the wrong defense. But this is what that looks like. I'm actually going to leave the quarter on the left side, especially after this motion. And he's passing. All right, everything should be bagged. Everything should be bagged. You should not be able to throw over. And there we go. Would have liked a little bit more pressure. He's doing a good job of getting outside of the pocket because a lot of our pressure is coming from the interior, so he's doing a good job. I'm going to change this to a 30 and a 5. So now we got 30 and 5 zone drops, and I'm going to run no safety help on the outside. So only quarters in the middle. And I went to user my D line. There's our inside stuffs. All right, I talked about that. Interior running should be off the table for my opponent. And I am going to be usering Harris. And I'm going to be using Harris over to the right side. And it's going to be 4th down. So we had 5-yard zone drops. If that was a 0-yard zone drop, he's probably not catching that. We're going to switch it to 25 and 0. Getting a little aggressive here on 4th down. But sometimes on 4th down, you got to do that. He's in single back bunch. I'm expecting maybe a run here. No run. And that's a great dot. That's just a great dot. We didn't have enough interior zone coverage defenders. We only had one, and that was my user. It was a great job by him. Now from the 20, we're going to change our zone drops to 20 and 0. We're going to be running that cover 4 again. It's going to be double Mabel. And it's going to look a little something like this. Overall, great defense. Nothing should be open. He's just running in circles now. We're going to get his ass eventually, Andrew Luck. And as you guys can see, we're running very simple concepts. I'm not doing anything crazy. I don't even really want to run the Sam Blitz 3. I kind of like the defense we had there. I might just run it again. This time, though, what we're going to do is we're going to man up Rob Gronkowski on that guy, and we're going to user Shelby Harris on the D-line. Backside in, I'm on. There we go. It's that easy, boys. I told you. We only blitz 3, and the defense comes up big with a user pick. Didn't do anything crazy. Take a look at the replay here. I knew I had zone coverage help to the right sideline, so the crosser I let go, and I covered the backside in. I had help on the right, let the crosser go, covered the backside in. Nothing was open. Perfect defense. And now we're on the offensive side of the ball. This isn't going to be as interesting because I know this is a defensive video. But again, if you guys want to learn how to run this offense I'm running, you can find it on mayzomatic.com. You see his corner on the right side is misaligned. I'm going to try to throw it over his head. I don't know if we're fast enough to get past him. Almost, man. Almost, but not quite. Darius Hayward-Bay is fast, but apparently not fast enough. All right, 2:15 left in the second. We get the ball back in the second half. So the goal on this drive is going to be to score and use clock. Now, my opponent is running nothing but cover 4 with zone KOs everywhere. So we're going to have to dissect him, all right? Yard by yard, play by play. We're not really going to be able to push the ball too deep because he's running a very conservative defense. What we're going to do right here is essentially look for either Diggs on the right sideline or Gonzalez on the curl route. I'm actually so tempted to throw this again. I am going to do it. See if I get my feet in. I'm going to be honest, dude. Julius Peppers looks like an inside quarter. I don't know how he is getting all the way to the sideline to play that. He's doing a phenomenal job. And now on 4th and 1, we got to go for it. All right, so our defense... Well, there's a 6-1 sub while I'm recording offline. What's up, Denny? All right, we're going to be looking underneath first. If he users underneath, deep post. What? He's only rushing 3. Looks like it's up to the defense again. We're going to be going back to a regular cover 4. No zone drops. In fact, I'm going to run cover 4 match right now. All right, cover 4 match. The main thing you need to know about match if you're running it, okay, is that the deep quarters are going to essentially man up to any vertical routes like they just did right there. That wasn't the right read. Had the drag wide open. Don't know why you threw that, but that is a great example of match coverage. That was a safety in match coverage. Now, I want you to look. That was Bo Jackson, the right side safety, who's in a quarter, but watch him match to this vertical crosser all the way across the field, and he comes and intercepts it, all right? Now, the way I made him play like that is I turned on match in my adjustments. Again, I know my opponent's going to be in cover 4. I feel like at some point we should be able to run past him. I'm just going to snap this ball if I can. Snap it. Snap it! There ain't much open here. There ain't much open. I'm going to be honest. Against this cover 4, there's not a whole lot open. The only solution I have to this type of defense is I'm going to need to hit the deep corner on the outside. So we're going to be trying to hit this corner on the sideline. It should be able to get over the top of his zone drops. There it is. And we should be able to fit that in there just about every time. He's running the same defense over and over again. It's just a cover 4 with about 10, 15-yard zone drops, and he's got zone KOs everywhere. Flat zone KO, deep zone KO. We're going to be looking for Stephon Diggs if we can get the time. We got him. We barely got him, but we got him. His user was running with it, but he just was a little too far underneath. We threw a high pass right over his head, and now we're in great shape. 45 seconds on the clock. That's our main concern, is going to be that clock. All right, and we're going to see if we can throw Tyreek Hill on this corner route again. It actually looks like Stephon Diggs might beat his guy deep. Good user by my opponent. He's all over the place with his user, and with 30 seconds left, I still don't think I'm going to take a timeout. I still don't think I'm going to take a timeout. I'm going to wait until 20, and then I'm going to take a timeout. There we go. 20 seconds remain. All right, our ball in the second half. I want you to remember that. Our defense has been playing lights out. Lights out on the defense. And we're going to be going to the corner route on the right side to Tyreek Hill. That's what we're looking for. Corner route to Tyreek Hill. And that, you know, deep out zone KO is such a good ability. Probably the best ability in the game on defense. Just they play corner routes like they got eyes in the back of their head. Again, we know what the defense here is. It's just cover 4. He's not changing anything. He blitzed somebody. Dree Archer into the end zone. We get our touchdown with 12 seconds. And as I previously mentioned, the defense is playing lights out, so we don't got to worry about anything, all right? We are going to go for 2 since we failed to get our 2-point conversion on the opening drive. We're going to go for 2. I don't know what I'm calling. I'm calling drive post. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm just making shit up. All right, so we're going to put double drags on the backside. And we're going to block our running back. This is all we got. Money. What'd I say? Backside drag, baby. We're up 7. 12 seconds remain. All right, coming out of halftime, my opponent's going for an onside kick. Doesn't surprise me. Madden 24 onside kicks are very good. However, we do recover it. I'm going to try to score as quickly as possible so we can get back on the defensive side of the ball. And one thing I want to say about my is actually really good. The only problem is he's just not adjusting at all. He just keeps running the same thing over and over and over again. And so if you keep doing that, I mean, eventually I'm going to find ways to beat it. Just like that, another big play. Now we're inside the 10, and he still hasn't changed his defense even once. And I guarantee you right here, first and goal is going to be the exact same defense. All right, the priority is going to be throwing this RPO. We couldn't throw it. That's fine. We're going to be looking for our tight end crosser on the right sideline. I think he's probably going to use her on the left side. I just have a feeling. Yeah, there's the user on the left side. Tight end did not really run the way I wanted him to, and it's a 4th and goal. We're going to go for it, okay? We're going to go for it because I do believe in my defense even if we don't get it. So let's go for it here. We're going to have a crosser and a backside in. Those are going to be our 2 reads, either the crosser or the backside in. All right, so Stephon Diggs is going to be the primary read. However, I have a feeling his user is going to bite on Stephon Diggs, and then I'm going to throw Darius Hayward-Bay on the backside in, all right? We're going to get the time. There's the crosser. Crosser might be there. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Defense, you're up. All right, so once again, boys, we're going to come out and just our simple cover 4 coverage defense. I'm going to be using Shelby Harris on this left side. So it's only going to be a 3-man pass rush. It looks like everything should be bagged pretty nicely. Perfect defense. You guys are seeing the simplest defense sometimes do the best, especially when you have a formidable pass rush. We're going to blitz 4 this time, and we're not going to run hard flats. We're going to have quarter flats. Actually, I'm going to shade down, cloud flat the outside, and a deep zone. So we have a cloud flat and a hard flat on the right side, only a hard flat on the left. Cloud flat should be bagging most. Oh, God, great throw. I thought I was running with a deep corner route. That is the most meta play you can have. The 2 corner routes. You have the hot route master one, and you have the stock one. Great dot from my opponent. We're going to be blitzing 4 again. Using Rob Gronkowski, just a simple cover 4 again. There's backside post. We know he wanted that curl route. And again, defense does their job. All right, time to send a little bit of a blitz. We're going to send Sam Blitz 3 at him. All right, we're going to run hard flats, pinch, crash towards the blitz side. All right, here's what our blitz looks like. We're going to have to help seam left side. Seam left side. Great dot. Great dot. Great dot. All right, pressure's not getting in as quick as we would like. All right, I'm going to blitz again. Hopefully getting some pressure off the right side. Great defense. Great defense, great defense. We'll call that a sack against Andrew Luck. All right, we're going to get out of the coverage defense here. We're going to go back to the double Mabel. 25-0 on our zone drops. 25-0. Okay, again, we're going to pinch and crash. And we're going to run just something like this. This is very aggressive. If he has a streak on the outside. All right, I guess he doesn't. I was saying, if he has a streak on the outside and he waits on it, he'll have a touchdown. We're going to run that same defense again. I'm surprised he got yards on that, considering we have a 0-yard flat. Great dot. I got off my user on accident. I thought he was running the ball, so I clicked off my user. Would have been really nice to be there, but sadly I wasn't. All right, same zone drops, 25-0. Just again, cover 4, double Mabel is kind of the basis here. Cover 4, double Mabel. This is what it looks like. Give it to me. Boom! Now, I want you guys to see what we did there. I knew I was coming from behind to replace that flat zone, so I sent the flat zone at the quarterback. So as he's rolling out to send the closest defender at the quarterback, you press R3. You're going to watch my flat defenders at 0 suddenly go to the quarterback because I was trailing behind. I knew I would get to the flat. And because I was able to get there and replace, it looked like it was open enough for him to throw it. But then as you guys clearly saw, our user made sure that that was not open. He got there. Oh, my God. Well, we just keep putting this guy back in the game because of our offense. This game should be over. But realistically, I just wanted to give you guys more looks at this defense. So you're welcome for that. I threw that interception for your benefit. Don't ever say I didn't do shit for you. Gun, wing, slot. I'm expecting an RPO. I'm expecting an RPO. The thing is, he's not going to be able to run the ball very much because of our double inside stuff. I'm actually going to get on the left side D end. Terrell Suggs. Told you, you're not going to be able to run the ball very nicely against this defense, especially not an inside zone like that. All right, so what I messed up my zone drops. There's no flat on the left. I got to be there. I was there. Perfect defense again, boys. So even though our offense has fallen flat on the face, defense has 3 picks so far in the game. Again, 25 0-yard zone drops. We're coming out in cover 4. I'm pinching and crashing my D-line. I don't know what I just did there. And I'm turning my outside zones into backside, 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 backside. Oh, good run. I wasn't even looking at the quarterback. I was just looking at the backside. They always want to go backside. All right, boys. End of the third quarter. Defense is doing a pretty good job, but he is driving inside the red zone. We're going to keep running that same cover 4 double Mabel look, and I'm going to be usering one of the D linemen. So we're only going to be sending 3. Again, pinch crash the D line. First thing you do, turn your outside corners into cloud flats. Turn your middle linebacker into a hook curl. There's a goddamn RPO. Good defense, or good offense, I can't lie. That RPO got us. I'm going to move him outside a bit. Where's our inside stuff? Can somebody tell me? Maybe there's an outside run. Good drive by my opponent. We're going to have to get points and then potentially be in a money drive opportunity for my opponent. We're in the fourth quarter, though, so this is where shit gets real. Offense going to need to step it up. All right, we're going back to the route concept where Tyreek Hill is getting open on the sideline. This should be open unless his user runs over there. If he does, we'll throw the backside in route. There's the backside in route. Wasn't the best throw, but now we're in a 3rd and 4. We're going to be trying to hit one of the guys on the left sideline. Left sideline's where we're looking. That was a terrible throw. And frankly, maybe should have been picked off. Get on the ball. We're going high-low read over the middle. All right, it's either going to be Tyreek Hill in the post or Darius Hayward-Bay on the drag. We know what we're getting. Cover 4. I want to throw Tyreek Hill. Good defense by my opponent. All right, 2nd and 10, boys. We're taking a shot to Darius Hayward-Bay on the outside. That's got to be a catch. It has to be. It is! And ladies and gentlemen, we take our 7-point lead back. It's up to the defense. Can the defense win us this game? All right, we're going to come out running a variation of the cover 4 double Mabel, but we got a cover 2 to the left side and a cover 4 to the right side. The reason we don't have a cover 2 to the right side is because the odds of the tight end backside. Boom, baby. He ran out of bounds. I'm telling you, this defense is making him roll out and be uncomfortable every play, it seems like. All right, we're going to run the same thing. Except this time, we're going to get on Terrell Suggs. Backside in route is us. Playmaker right to us, baby. That's not a catch. 3rd and 19. All right, you see we're running almost the same defense every time because it's working. We're going to call cover 4 quarters again. All right, what we're going to do is pinch and crash. Turn it to a cover 2 double Mabel. Man up the left slot. All right, that's what we got. I manned him up. You guys saw it. I manned him up. I should have motioned Rob Gronk over there. What the hell was that? That was a great dot. I don't know how he hit that throw. I thought we had to stop. I'm going to be honest. I thought we had to stop. I don't know how he hit that throw. I got to take a look at that replay. I can't lie. I was zoned out trying to lock in for this 4th and 6. And he snapped it while we were mid-adjustment. We didn't get the look we wanted, but it looked like pretty good defense overall. And he just made the great catch. All right, we got man coverage from Gronk on that side. We sent 3. Got picked up backside, backside, backside. Boom, get him. Great defense. All right, we're going to try to send the cover 3 blitz. Never mind, we're not. All right, 2-minute warning is hit. All right, it might be time for some epic music. Let's turn on the epic music. All right, we got 2 minutes to go in this game. Gun wing slot offset is the call. We're going to be running the same Defense. He's probably going to go RPO. I'm guessing RPO. No RPO. No RPO. Oh, my God. I thought we were going to play that. Josh Allen almost got there. All right, 3rd and 3. All right, boys. This is what we got right here. Great defense. Great defense. Great defense. Get the quarterback. Get the quarterback! And a no fumble again from Andrew Luck. This is what we got. This is what we got. Same defense again. We're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. Doing a great job, boys. That's a coverage sack if I've ever seen one. Let's send 4 this time. Let's send 5 this time. We're going to send 5 this time. 2nd and 10. There's nothing in the flats. That's on me. I don't know why I keep leaving the flats, man. He just keeps throwing these drags, and I keep leaving them. This blitz hasn't worked for us yet, this Sam Will blitz. Let's try one more time. We're going to go 0-yard flats. And we're going to have seam. No seam. Come on, boys. Great defense again. I'm going to call a timeout right now. All right, he's not really at risk of running out of time. And we're going to go back to our cover 4. We're going to go 20-yard zone drops and 0-yard zone drops. Cover 4 double Mabel. Gronk's going to be manned up on this guy. Uh-oh. I got caught on Jalen Carter. I got caught on Jalen Carter. I got caught on Jalen Carter. He threw it! Why would you throw that? And, boys, the defense comes up big with an interception. I'm not done, though. We're going to punt him the ball back, and we're going to play defense again because this is a defensive video, and we're up 7. So we're going to give him the ball, and we're going to have to get another stop. We have 4 picks already, and we're going to try to get one more. Great punt. Oh, my God. All right, boys, lock in. We're going the same defense. It's just a cover 4. Just honestly straight up cover 4. 37 seconds to go. Straight up cover 4. Where you going, Buster? Where you going, Buster? That ain't open. Calvin Johnson's all over that. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. And we got the stop we needed again. Outside, Calvin. Go! Are you fast enough, Calvin? I don't think he is. Pitch it. Get it, Josh. Go! Josh! Well, shit, we're going to have to play defense again. Get the music going again. We're going cover 4 again. We're going cover 4 again. And in fact, I'm going to blitz 5. I'm going to blitz off this left side. Josh Allen's coming in there. Good dot. Good read by my opponent. All right, 13 seconds to go. He calls a timeout. Things are getting intense. We are blitzing 4. Terrible throw. Would have been intercepted. Would have been intercepted if it was a... Turn off our zone drops. Actually, go 25 and 0. That would have been intercepted, by the way. All right, this is what we got on the field right here, boys. I absolutely bagged that with my user. That was perfect defense if I've ever seen it. And I know you guys agree. 3 seconds to go. All right, I know what we're doing right here. We are simply blitzing the he's-haw. And we are sending everybody. And we're all going to come in hard. Nobody came in. 0 people came. Nobody came. We get an interception to end the game. And there it is, boys. 6 interceptions. Turn off this music. 6 interceptions for our 6-1 defense. And that should give you a pretty good idea how to run it.